Hey there, welcome back to the channel. We're continuing work on this 67 Dart. For the cooling system, if we're going to hook up these two fans, here and here, over to our new electrical panel, to this relay here, we need to build a harness that comes from here over to bring power and then also a ground. Before you start crimping on connectors, it's always best to make sure you know what the polarity of this is. This fan has a blue and a black. If I was to guess, black is ground, blue is probably our signal, our hot, but I want to verify that that's what it is. I don't want to just guess. The way this should work is the fan should pull air toward the motor. It can't push, because if it's pushing, then when you're driving, it's going to basically fight against it. It's not going to work. So you want air to get drawn from the front of the vehicle through. I've just hooked up a battery charger and I'll just use it to check this. So I'll put the negative on here, the positive on here, and there it is. It's doing exactly what I expect. It's pushing air this direction. So we know this blue wire is the one that needs to run over to our relay, and then black goes to ground. I'm going to check the other one just to make sure that it's wired the same. It should be, but again, never trust that it is. I'm going to run both a power and a ground from the fans over to the corner and then over to the electrical panel. Another option would be to just ground somewhere in the chassis here or to the motor. I'm going to run dedicated grounds to most everything. So got these two wires run, and to give it a more complete finished look, I'm going to twist them together. Hold them at the same length. Twist them. And back it off a little bit. Now we have our wire harness. We've got two fans we want to connect. One's here and one's here. Can't really see the connector on this one. It's a little bit low down. But then the other one's up here. So we've got this wire we're going to connect. So the question is, how do you tee in here? Oftentimes you'll see where it's cut here and somebody wire nuts it together. Don't do that. You might see Scotch locks, the blue things that you just put on and crimp it down. Also a terrible idea. I'm going to show you how you tap into this in a not 100% best way, but a really good way. Open it up so we can get to each of the wires at our tap point. Then we use a set of auto strippers like this. Put them in here. You can see we've separated the insulation there. I want to do that on both wires. Now the best way to do this would be to use an open barrel crimp connector. Lay your other wire in there and crimp it. But most people don't have those connectors or the tool to crimp them down. So we just take something like this. This is just a dental tool. Put a pick or something like that, small screwdriver. Try to go into the middle of the wire. There we go. And I'm going to push it through. You can see here it opens up a nice hole. So we've got a nice hole on both. Take the wire you're going to splice in and give yourself a pretty good tail on it. Give it a good twist. I apologize for all the noise. There's airplanes and cars and everything. But push it down through. Then wrap it around. And then I'm going to fold this in the direction that I want the pigtail. So we're going to go this way. It doesn't really matter on this one, I don't think. Now we'll cut a black pigtail, do the same thing. Let's untwist this. And pull the heat shrink down over that. You want the junction about the middle of the piece of heat shrink. Do the same thing on the other wire. Now we use the heat gun and shrink those down. But now that I have them both together, I'm going to take one larger piece of heat shrink. So this gives us a double layer of insulation on those joints, and it keeps them together. Alright, we now have our splice. Now we just need to put in the Packard 56 ends on these and on the fan. Connect it up over at the electrical panel, and we'll be good to go. Notice here, when you use this type of crimp connector that you just smash down, it's insulated, always use heat shrink on it. It helps hold this on. It also provides some strain relief to prevent that wire from pulling out. If you've done much work on old cars, you kind of recognize these type of connectors. It's called a Packard 56 connector. These are just the shells. I've got some terminals we'll show you here in a minute. Basically, these go together. These ones actually positively lock, so you can't pull them back apart easily. You have to use a screwdriver or get your finger under here. And yeah, I guess I have to show you that later because, yeah. At any rate, these are what I'm going to use to put these fans together. Generally speaking, so this is going to have some spade connectors that stick out. This has got a shell that helps protect it, but anytime you've got the spades that stick out, you want those on the thing that is not going to be energized. So if I disconnect it, this will be on the fan, so if something touches one of those, it won't be a big deal. These will have the female connectors inside of it, and that way when you disconnect it, it's really hard to get anything in there and short it out. So this is what the terminals look like. This is the male, this is the female. In my case, the female is going to be toward the electrical panel, and the males will be on the fan. So this female terminal will go on the harness into this shell, and the male will go into this guy. These are designed, they have different sizes for the different size wire here, so you want to make sure you match that. The way these are designed, this smaller area is designed to grab the wire, the copper, and then this grabs onto the insulation. So you want to make sure you strip just enough to have copper here and then insulation here. The crimpers have two different pieces on them. You can see this has a W shape here, and it matches with this. This is for the copper, and then round to round, that's for the insulation. The W is going to be the thing that folds over those, so I like to put them in here, like that, on the wire part. We take the wire, slide it in, insulation on this side, wire on this side. And we do our insulation. So you can see it's grabbed onto the wire here, and the insulation here. And this little tab here holds it in the shell. So before I put it in, I'll put a terminal on this one. Doesn't matter which one we make positive and negative as long as we're consistent all the way across all of them. I'm going to put positive on the bottom. This shell has this notch here and here. I guess this is the back, but it's got a notch. This little tab that's on the back of the terminal goes in that notch. It goes through till it clicks. I'm going to give this a few twists. They've both engaged. Now I'm going to pull up a piece of heat shrink here. But you can see the two terminals there and there. And we heat shrink that. So the reason for that heat shrink, notice it's not sealing anything here. The reason I have it on here is it holds these two wires together. So if you're pulling, it has to pull on both wires. Gives a little bit of strain relief, a little bit more strength. Now I'm going to do this other end, then we'll do the fan. This is what it looks like when I've got the fan terminals crimped. Now we just have to put these into the shell. Remember to keep the polarity right. In this case, this blue is going to go to the red on the harness. You can see now we have the males in there. And that will connect. Just like that. Now it's a very, very positive, very solid connection. Okay, finally I did some wire cleanup over here. Basically you want to make sure that those wires aren't going to get into the pulley or into any of the belts. Get it cleaned up. So routed that out, down and around to here. The only thing left now is to route this signal wire to a switch inside the vehicle. Basically, when the switch gives this 12 volts, it'll fire up those fans. This is always on 12, so we can simulate that just by touching here. And now the fans are running. That's all there is to it. Thanks for watching.